Man charged in US Capitol riot worked for the FBI. Lawyers report. But God forbid you hire an FBI agent that smoked weed once. Caldwell's lawyer said his client retired as a lieutenant commander with the Navy and that he was a 100% disabled veteran. A large number of anti-government extremists seem to be totally dependent on the government. Thomas Caldwell, who authorities believe holds a leadership role in the extremist group, worked as a section chief for the FBI from 2009 to 2010 after retiring from the Navy. His lawyer, Thomas Plofchan, wrote in a motion urging the judge to release him from jail while he awaits trial. He has been vetted and found numerous times as a person worthy of the trust and confidence of the United States government, as indicated by granting him top secret clearances, Plofchan wrote. Yeah, maybe I'm crazy, but I would think that helping with a seditious insurrection one time is enough to question the trust and confidence the government had with him. Freaking section chief. His charges should be harsher then. Was worthy of trust. Important distinction. Previously working for the FBI does not grant you immunity from anything. Being in the military subjects one to the UCMJ with more severe penalties, and getting 100% disability benefits in retirement does not remotely mean one is disabled. Is there any information out there on what percentage of the Capitol riot participants were current or former military police defense employees? I feel like it's high as it relates to the general population. I haven't been surprised by the number of retired/active duty military and police arrested after the incompetent insurrection. I've been surprised by how few of them turned out to be military or police veterans. The Proud Boys, a far-right male chauvinist extremist group, male chauvinist, I don't know how to pronounce that, has to be the mildest description of them I've ever heard. Makes it sound like they are Dabney Coleman in 9 to 5. The defense said Caldwell, who was denied being part of the Oath Keepers, has held a top secret security clearance since 1979, which required multiple special background investigations, according to Plofchan. Do they even care that someone is part of white supremacist groups in these background checks? FBI is on crack. And no one with a high security clearance has ever been convicted of being a spy or anything like that. On physical disability but capable of joining in a riot at the Capitol. I hope the DOJ plans to investigate the merits of his claimed disability. I smell fraud. These fascist pigs need to be purged from law enforcement. They are a danger to society. This is stunning, really. The average person has no idea of these things. Absolutely no one at my job would be aware of this, for example. Man charged in riot ate cereal that morning. Lawyer. Looks like his lawyer is trying to make him appear like a good guy with his military background and his FBI position that he used to have. I hope the judge presiding over this case sees through that. Hey FBI, hire me instead. I promise I'm not a domestic terrorist and I'll be loyal to you as long as you pay me handsomely to be handsome and in an office. That fish was stinking from the top down. Let's hope the laws applies to us all. Some of those that work forces. Yeah, I firmly believe that all of those military, FBI, cop background people that were there on the 6th need to be held more accountable. It's like we're uncovering the Skrulls who were in a disguise as normal people in society. Except it's racist. All the more reason to charge him even more seriously. Throw the book at this traitor. If Trump gets away with this, it will be the beginning of the end of the United States of America. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Cops on the far right, I am shocked, absolutely astounded. Who could have ever seen this wild development coming? And the leader of Proud Boys is an informant. A picture begins to emerge. Kind of worrying that a lot of these people were ex-military, ex-intelligence, etc., who were trying to overthrow the government. The calls are coming from inside the house. So his lawyer is using his history in the military, the FBI, and his security clearances to prove he shouldn't be under house arrest for his seditious acts. I'm not so sure that evidence backs up the lawyer's arguments like he thinks it does. It's just some bad apples at every level of every law enforcement agency and military branch nationwide. Meanwhile, that one black guy was refused bail. It's pretty obvious that the US has a domestic terrorism problem in its military and police, and its Congress, and its churches. Heck, let's just say everywhere. The US has a domestic terrorism problem everywhere. I worked at a three-letter agency in the DC area, and despite one of the words in their name, tons of people working for the entity were far from intelligent. How many FBI informants does it take before light bulbs start lighting up in people's heads? Saturday night, I was downtown working for the FBI. Throw the book extra hard at this one. We're honestly not surprised by anything anymore. Godzilla could be the mastermind behind it all and no one would bat an eye. Normally you don't maintain top secret clearance unless you're actively involved in whatever requires it. However, if you ever had it, you are more eligible to be authorized again if required. Either way, to know the guy even had a clearance at all and worked in the Navy and FBI is disappointing and a smack in the face to all the morally good folks that do great things in those organizations on a daily basis. Those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Don't worry, the do-nothing Republican Party won't uphold our Constitution. Even Lindsay has flip-flopped 10 times on the issue. Saturday night, I was downtown, working for the FBI, sitting in a nest of bad men, whiskey bottles piling high. The same people put in charge to uphold the law and Constitution turn around and siege the capital, America, US. That's what I love to hear. Ruin your future for Trump's love. His lawyer, laugh out loud. Everything in the article made keeping him locked up with no bail seem like an even better idea. What do you expect? Oath Keepers was founded by a former Army Ranger and staffer for Republican Ron Paul just after a black man was elected president. It is composed of former military, police and first responders. Trump had top secret clearance too for 4 long years. Mistakes were made. Don't tell me the FBI head is going to pull rank and give him a stern punishment of a 2-week paid vacation. Wonder why the feds didn't raid Elohim City or the other white nationalist compounds after OKC. It's almost like there is a sizable contingent in their ranks or something. Not supporting insurrection, but it's interesting to me that the people that distrust the government the most are the ones that worked for it. If he is able-bodied enough to participate in an insurrection, he does not need to be on full disability. That needs to be immediately revoked and the money fraudulently paid to him needs to be paid back in full. I'm pretty sure that disability fraud is also a criminal offence. The headline is misleading. He used to work for the FBI. He stopped working there 11 years ago. Dumb question, Oath Keepers. Which oath are they claiming to keep while they completely disregard the one they took?